When development applications are published and it's in wombat areas or habitats, we generally submit a response to that development application where we list our concerns, and we also make recommendations as to how we can mitigate harm coming to wombats.
The project here was first really became official July 2011. So from that date on, we had to get very much involved with the stakeholders. And the stakeholders are everybody that lives around you, everybody that lives on the land, but also all the various interest groups.
So when Riverview submitted their development application, we were aware of that. And because it's in wombat habitat, we obviously everyone was invited to do public consultation. So we submitted a document. Developers are generally not keen to engage with us. And he was different, so he invited me and one of my volunteers who helped me write the document to come and meet with him.
Because what I find with consultation is people are taking a position or consulting with you because they believe in what they're talking about. So you've got to listen, because in any development you need to get consensus within the community, and what you're proposing to do is a good idea. And through a good idea comes a development outcome. I said, well, I went to the Conservation Trust. Do you know Yolandi? Yeah, we know. Can you get her in? I need to have a chat to her. So we had a chat.
We talked a lot about what our concerns are and what possible solutions we could provide, just as an alternative to make sure when that building is erected that wombats are not harmed, because they're asleep during the day and they're underground. So when clearing happens, these animals are actually then crushed and killed.
And what she was explaining to me was just the disruption for the wombat population when we develop land that's been zoned. Okay, so I said, well, you know, how can we help in that particular way?
And we had a meeting. It was really productive, and I think the most refreshing thing for me was that he seemed to be listening to our concerns and was also very willing to make concessions, to say, yep, I agree, we can do X, Y and Z to make sure that your wombats are protected, or the wombats in the area, in the corridor, are protected.
Okay, so I said, well then what we should be doing is we need to now, in a development sense, we need to be counting not just trees and turtles rescuing turtles out of a dam. We need to look at wombat holes and then study the wombat holes so we can start to understand what that population looks like. And it just took off like fireworks, and she's now established, you know, down at Belconnen Farmhouse.
It just shows that if you are keen and willing and listen to the other parties and do community consultation properly, there can be wins for everyone. It doesn't have to be one party winning and one losing. There can be wins for everyone.
And how we make sure everybody benefits, both of the animal but also humans benefit from it. We've only got one planet. We're all here together, and we've all got to make it a better place.